De La Hoya brought up his own bitter history, claiming a very similar stunt was pulled on him years ago. According to Oscar, a retirement was conveniently announced just to dodge their agreed-upon rematch clause, only for the gloves to come back on the exact day that clause expired.
Yo, what's up, guys? I wasn't gonna do a clapback, but all the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather. Come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro. Ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can fucking take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul. Let's go.
This brutal public takedown added massive fuel to the fire, painting a picture of a legendary fighter who has a long, calculated history of dodging legitimate threats when the terms don't perfectly suit him.
People want to know, how do you beat Manny Pacquiao on the second go-around?
We both winners, because it's an exhibition, so we're both winners. I mean, we just want to go out there and entertain the people and put on a good show.
This desperate maneuvering leads straight to a massive, uncomfortable question circulating through the sports world. Is the man known for his extravagant cash-flashing lifestyle actually running out of funds? Rumors are swirling that he might be completely over-leveraged or even flat broke. The sudden rush to sign multiple bizarre exhibition matches is raising serious red flags. Scheduling a bout against a kickboxer in Greece and floating the idea of an exhibition with Mike Tyson doesn't look like the victory lap of a comfortable billionaire. It looks exactly like a rapid-fire cash grab. When a retired fighter suddenly needs to travel the globe for random paydays, the narrative shifts from a triumphant return to a potential financial crisis.
What's going on? Hey, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's come to what it's come to. Obviously, when we first heard about him having a 3-fight deal, we understood why he's having a 3-fight deal. I gave my name to people that he could have fought, that could have helped him if he was in financial crisis and needed to recoup some of that money back. And Manny Pacquiao was one of the names. It's crazy that it's even got to this point. I don't even know what to think about it at this point. Obviously, signing multiple deals and getting in advance and having them pay you ahead of the fight. I mean, like, is that normal? Does that happen?
I mean, you.
Nah.
Hey, yeah. Ocho, I've known players that they burn through their money. They take out an advance on next year's salary.
Nah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, bring that. Hold on. Time out. Bring that back to me one more time.
I've seen guys. I know guys. I'm never gonna put their business out there. That go through the money that they made in 25, that they got to take an advance out on 26 salary. Yes.
Man, I hope ain't none of this true, man. I know they're pretty much quotes, but I hope Floyd ain't in that predicament, bro.
I hope so too, Joe. I hope.
The financial mess behind the scenes is threatening to drag this entire spectacle out of the arena and into a courtroom. Bombshell reports suggest that a massive cash advance on the fight purse has already been pocketed. This creates an absolute legal nightmare. The opposing camp is essentially springing a trap. Either step up and fight a real, sanctioned professional bout exactly as agreed upon, or face severe legal consequences for a blatant breach of contract. You can't take the money for a massive professional main event and then try to deliver a lighthearted exhibition. The tension is at a boiling point, and the legal teams are reportedly gearing up for a massive war if the signed terms aren't honored.
So number one, as we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his return to professional boxing. First one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight, it's complete bull.
Patience has completely evaporated. The boxing media and hardcore fans are actively turning their backs on the entire circus. The backlash is intense and incredibly vocal. Veteran boxing journalist Dan Rafael perfectly captured the industry's exhaustion, bluntly stating he would rather set himself on fire than sit through a replay of their infamous first encounter.
But as I said to you in Las Vegas, I'd rather set myself on fire than watch that rematch, because it was, I've said that, I'm not even joking about this, it was the worst experience of my 25 plus year career covering boxing. Absolutely horrible in every sense of the word. The fight stunk, that was the culmination, but everything about it was horrible. I have no interest personally. What I found interesting is that just not, I don't know, a month and a half ago, there was an announcement that Floyd Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson in an exhibition match. So I'm not sure where that fits into the situation. Supposedly they have a signed agreement for that fight pending landing, I guess, some kind of broadcast partner. Whether they've done that or not, I don't know. But, it seems like Floyd, for a guy that's been retired for almost 10 years, is pretty busy. It's just a matter of, do we not have anything fresh in boxing? Is it so pathetic that we have to run back a shitty fight from 12 years ago? Look, Manny looked pretty good when he fought Barrios in July. It wasn't like he looked like an old man. I thought he won the fight, to be quite honest. A lot of people thought he won the fight. Floyd hasn't been in the ring in a real fight, quote unquote real fight, because his final official fight was against Conor McGregor, who was making his pro debut. You got to go back to 2017 for that fight. So we're coming up on a decade since he's been in the ring.
People feel manipulated. They feel clowned by an endless cycle of empty promises and shifting goalposts. When a promoter prioritizes their personal brand and bank account over competitive integrity, the audience catches on quickly. The excitement that initially surrounded the mega announcement has turned into toxic frustration, with fans demanding actual fights instead of choreographed money grabs.
What Mayweather and Pacquiao are doing right now, I think you are dramatically overestimating what the size of the audience is going to be. Sure, it'll be 7 figures, because anything on Netflix is 7 figures, because it has 270 million subscribers worldwide. It will be 7 figures, but it won't sniff the kind of numbers that those other fights did. And that's a problem, I think, for Netflix. Netflix is in the big number business. They're in the event business. I think if you take away the carrot of this being a real fight, that is going to diminish this fight considerably in the eyes of a lot of people, man.
The only carrot here is the fact that Netflix is on board. And if you have a Netflix subscription, you're going to get to watch this for free. My neighbors, my elderly neighbors, they're the ones that actually told me about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. when it happened. They were into that fight. They bought that pay-per-view. You think they're not going to watch the fight if it's free on Netflix with 2 familiar names? It's going to be a mega success, but it's going to be a terrible fight. It's going to be 2 geriatric has-been old greats that are just doing it for the money, and we're just watching for the intrigue. That's it.
I would say this. This is just my opinion. I don't think Netflix knew that Mayweather was going to say that. I think they went into this fight with the belief that it was going to be a real fight. That's what I think. And will this change their opinion of it? I don't know, but I think
no.
I think it definitely diminishes the size of the audience when this fight ultimately happens. However, that's measured. It's gonna do look, the Taylor Serrano fight did what, like 5 million views? Like, that's an incredible number generally, but Netflix looks at a number like that and goes like, that's not really for us, because we can put anything on there, do 5 million views. Anything. They could put a replay of Mora Manfredo on there. It would do 1 million views.
You know what? I've been waiting for the Netflix.
And we're off.
Contender season 1. Come on, Netflix. Contender season 1.
Season 1. Let's go. Run it back.
Everything is on the line right now, and the clock is ticking loudly. This isn't just about a single paycheck or a streaming network's grand debut. It's about how the world remembers a legacy. The ultimate dilemma is glaringly clear. Will a legally binding contract force a real, highly dangerous fight where a legendary, flawless record could finally be shattered? Or will the greatest defensive artist of our generation manage to slip through the legal ropes, successfully dodging the ultimate challenge one last time? The boxing world is watching closely, waiting to see if it's the fighter or the businessman who finally steps into the ring. But what do you think about all the recent drama involving Floyd Mayweather ducking away from a real fight? Is he scared of all the smoke? Will the rematch even happen? Let me know in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.